Hi, I'm Jesse, and today I want to tell you about ticking in public. Some places I go, like school or church, are filled with many people who know I have Tourette syndrome. But I go to a lot of places where people have no idea. Stores, theaters, and restaurants can be especially challenging if my tics are waxing. Tics can go through cycles called waxing and waning. Waxing is when they are going off like crazy. Every second I'm making an unwanted sound or movement. Other times, when they are waning, you may barely notice I have them. I have no control over whether my tics wax or wane. It's just something that happens. I have many tics where I move different parts of my face or body. Sometimes they are pretty violent and very obvious. However, it's my vocal tics that seem to draw the most attention. I have many different sounds and words that come out all on their own. I shout different phrases or say words in a unique sounding voice. Some tics just have to feel right or sound right when I do them. I may do them over and over until they are right and the pressure is released. A verbal tic I have is, "Feel me!" I say it like that because it has to sound a certain way. Sometimes I have to tell people, I don't really want you to feel me. Then I explain about Tourette syndrome. Once I loudly hollered, "Feel me!" during a service at church camp. The speaker shouted back, "I feel you, Jesse!" Everyone laughed. It was so cool. I love it when people just accept my tics. I also have a gagging tic. This can happen when I see food. One time, some friends gave us a wonderful gift. They took our family to New York City to see a Broadway musical, The Lion King. It was awesome. That night before the show, we stayed in a pretty fancy hotel. In the morning, we all went down to the hotel restaurant for breakfast. The food was covered by shiny sterling silver lids. I lifted one up and I gagged loudly. I lifted up the next lid. Then another. Everyone in the room was looking my way. Some were staring and others glanced and then looked away quickly. The waitress hurried to my side. "Is something wrong with the food? How can we help you?" They really wanted to solve the problem. It took me a while to help them understand Tourette syndrome before they would let me continue. I kept getting food and I kept gagging. It was an awkward situation for our friends and everyone else in the restaurant as well. But my family understood. They didn't make a big deal about it. In fact, they stayed calm and just acted normal. Pretty soon, everyone else seemed to relax as well. The best part was, I enjoyed The Lion King so much that I barely ticked at all. That was a special weekend. After that, we came up with a new plan. We got some special cards that explained a little bit about Tourette syndrome, especially that I have tics which I cannot help. Now when we go into a restaurant, I give one to a waitress, pass them out to all the surrounding tables. Many people say thank you, and a few ask questions. Sometimes we hear a story about someone that they know with Tourette syndrome or a similar neurological disorder. It puts everyone at ease and makes the meals stress-free. Often people stop by our table on their way out to say a few words. It's a great way to meet new people and help them learn about Tourette syndrome. I also have a strategy for seeing movies. When the movie's about to start, I just stand down front and ask for everyone's attention. I briefly explain that I have Tourette syndrome and sometimes say loud words or make loud sounds, but I'm not doing it on purpose. Many times, everyone claps for me when I'm done. I usually tic less too, because the announcement relieves stress. What I do in restaurants and theaters is called self-advocacy. It means I stick up for myself in positive ways. I'm not ashamed of my tics, and I help other people understand them so they're not angry, frightened, or confused. I like being my own advocate. It makes me feel proud and happy that I can teach others.